Mid to late April edition of the UMKC Coaches Show on Metro Sports. A little bit later on, we'll update you on some basketball signings, soccer signings, and a big gift from the Stan Durwood Foundation to the university. But right now, we're going to talk some men's and women's tennis with the head coach, Kendell Hale. And I said head coach, and I said men's and women's. It's a joint program now. And is this kind of new for you to coach two teams at the college level?
Actually, no. I did it at Rockhurst for about 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had a little bit of experience with it.
But UMKC has not done this before.
No, they haven't. They combined both their programs, and I've been sort of looking for that over at Rockhurst from across the street.
What's the benefit then of coaching both together?
Coaching both together, what it does, it unifies both teams, and you basically have one big team. And the road trips are a lot more fun. You know, they have a good time, and you have more memories. It just adds to the college experience. All
right, you come over to UMKC from Rockhurst University, and I know how this works because I attended UMKC, and my wife went to Rockhurst College, and not particularly friendly at times, but not too bad. Was it a big deal for you to move over essentially 2 blocks to join UMKC?
You know, I still love all those guys over there, but they understood that it was the only move that I could make up without moving my family and everybody and relocating. So they understood that, and they were very supportive of the move.
Kind of general, before we get specific into the tennis, but what are your thoughts about UMKC with a new AD and Tim Hall that's come in, a new chancellor and Guy Bailey, and they're going to build a new soccer stadium over there, and there's a lot of expansion going on. Were you aware of that? Was that kind of the deal why you signed on?
That was a huge part of why I came over. I'm telling the recruits that I'm trying to get right now, it's the ground floor of Microsoft. You know, you're going to get in now, or you're going to regret it 10 years from now, because they're up and coming. They're ready to go.
All right, so let's talk about your teams. Talk about the men's teams first. You qualified for the Summit League tournament. I still have to say that slowly, Summit League, because I'm still used to the Mid-Con, but you're in the Summit League tournament as the 3 seed, and unfortunately, you go to Macomb?
Actually, no, we're going to Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Wayne, either one, I'm not particularly fond of, but you got to go where you got to go. But you're in as a 3 seed,
right? And actually, the 3 seed, we were this close to becoming the 1 seed because we took Western Illinois to a 4-3 match, and they're the #1 seed, and we were within points of winning that. So we're very excited about the potential of possibly coming out as conference champions.
Do you get a little bit of momentum after the match with Centenary here a week or so ago?
Absolutely. I mean, that was something.
That was a blasting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, we can be honest about it. They're not watching.
That's right. Well, the girls, you know, if you don't know, they broke a 58-match losing streak.
I was going to ask you. I was going to save that one.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, it was against Centenary that they did that, and I was just so excited for the girls because to get that monkey off their back was just tremendous. It's tremendous for our program.
Now, playing in some adverse weather conditions, that's just the nature of the Midwest. Are you having to kind of battle indoor versus outdoor? Lots of wind. You were in a tornado warning last week while you were playing? It
was incredible, and that's just a testimony to the guys. You know, they stepped out there, and you know, our team motto is whatever hand you've been dealt, bring it on, and they brought it, and they took down some really tough opponents this last weekend. So
now, we're going to talk to Patrick Smith here in just a couple of minutes, but he said that 3 times they had to come off the court?
Right. It was like a Wimbledon where it'd start raining a little bit, they dry the courts, we come back out and do it all over again. So it really took a lot of mental toughness. I tell them on days like that, this is going to be a mental day, and you know, you're going to have to really step up and be mentally tough.
At the Summit League Championships, then, it's obviously going to be a short period of time. People say this in college sports all the time, peaking at the right time. I don't know how much it means, but you as the head coach, is it important to peak at the right time? Are you guys peaking at the right time? Do you only have to be good for the 2-3 day stretch?
Good question. It's very important that we're peaking at this time. We had one of the toughest non-conference seasons. I mean, we played Arkansas from the SEC. We played, Rhode Island and they're in Air Force Academy in Colorado. So we've had a really tough schedule, and it's always been my motto that the tougher teams that you play, it's going to make you a tougher team when it counts. And now they're stepping up and they're playing the tough teams well. And
in the Summit League in particular, it can come down to the conference championships. That's the bottom line. Win that, and you might get to keep playing. So it's a benefit to play those top teams early and find out what you got or find out what you need to do.
Absolutely. My motto is we've got to beat everybody anyway. So bring them on. I don't care who it is. We don't back down from a challenge at no time. All
right. Talk about your women's team. You mentioned this earlier, but we'll bring it up again. I was stunned when I got the email, I don't know, a month and a half ago. 58-match losing streak, dating back to, was it 01, 02? How far back?
I mean, 02.
I don't know, I can go back that far, but a tremendous period of non-success, and that doesn't fall on you. You just got here, so you don't have to carry that burden. But I got to think that was just papers and streamers in the hallway.
It was. I mean, we went out and celebrated that night. It was a good time for the girls, and I think it was like that monkey, what I talked about earlier. It just got it off their back. And you could see that we were predicted to be last in conference. And they even beat 2 more teams, and we ended up at 6 in conference. So we're on the roll to really have a successful program in the future years.
Didn't make it to conference, but you got enough confidence built up that, hey, we're winning now.
Right.
That's a legitimate shot for next year then.
Exactly. And we got 2 good recruits coming in, already signed, and we're very excited about them as well.
So then what do you do? Obviously, if you don't go to the conference tournament, it's a little bit of a disappointment, but are they feeling some positive vibes about, going into next year?
I hope so. You're going to have to ask Caitlin about that.
Well, she'll be here in a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. But I hope so, because they should, because they played their hearts out. At this level, everybody has the strokes. It all comes down to now, do they have it up here and do they have it in here? And that's the bottom line.
So as you grow into the UMKC family and set up your tennis program, do you have some thoughts, some goals, some ideas you've passed along to the higher-ups? Okay, this is what we have, but now we need this. And
absolutely. My biggest thing is I don't want us to set a standard of Oral Roberts and Western Illinois as our standard, because I have much higher expectations than that. I want us to compete at a high national level. We have the city, we have the tennis backing in this community to have a team that I think could compete at that national level. There's no way that Wichita States and the Creightons and those guys should out-recruit us. So that's my goals, and I'm very excited about where we're going.
All right, good luck at Conference Coach, and we'll hopefully have you back talking about a championship. How about that?
Thank you.
All right, we'll take time out here on the UMKC Coaches Show. When we come back, Patrick Smith will join us in studio. Don't let the name fool you. He comes from the other side of the world. We're going to talk to him about his experience at UMKC and the conference championships coming up. Stick around.